everybody, welcome to
No.
Box
It's-
Off.
Oh, okay. It's going to start with that.
We were all going to do it together.
Okay, here we go.
So what are we saying? Welcome to the box office draft.
No,
No,
it's just going to be us going, box office draft. It's going to
right.
sound terrible.
Ready? Here we go. Hey, everybody, welcome to
Box office draft. Hee.
Box Office Draft.
Wow.
All right, so how much did I win the last one by?
Win the last one by?
Yeah.
I won the last one.
No, you lost. Fast 6.
I think we should just move on from the spring draft. I don't think it even matters. I think we should just stop talking about it and.
That's why I dated this weekend, because last weekend none of the big movies really made much, so I figured they'd kind of teeter off, because this week the big ones were, The Purge and The Internship.
That
With
Purge.
Jay, you're killing. Congratulations.
I figured it would make some money.
And you know what's funny? All weekend, I thought to myself, I for some reason, I thought I had both of these. So when I saw the Purge numbers, I'm like, yeah, what a great start. I was just crushed. I was like, oh,
killing it.
Oh, I don't have it. No.
Did I see that it was only $3 million for the budget?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
$3 million for the Purge. Yep. They shot it on 2 potatoes and in a cardboard box.
I've only seen one good thing said about it from a person that I know, and I see a lot of bad from other
I'll
people.
still see it. It looks fun.
Yeah, it seemed like an interesting movie.
So let's just say this: should there be anybody listening to this who just wants to get in and hear what we're up to? Nick, you had the internship that opened up, and Jay, you had the Purge.
That
opened up.
Purge. Yes, I did.
And I have nothing until 14th.
Nothing to report. That killed me. I was laughing really hard.
Well, I wanted to put Tim on there because
Tim
I
Olsen.
figured he should at least be on there, even though he has nothing else.
It's just like the last draft. Tim had nothing going on for the entire 2-month period.
It's like I'm in there. Exactly. And so, did any of us see any of these movies? I saw The Internship. Did anybody see The Purge?
I wanted to, but I didn't get a chance to this week.
I didn't.
Nobody saw this movie.
The only movie I'm going to this week will be This Is the End. I'll be going to like a midnight showing for that. And then
Man of Steel is Friday.
Man of Steel is Friday, or actually Thursday night.
I'll be seeing both of those as well. So next week should be a lot better.
Next week we got, next week there's a lot going on. There's This Is the End, Grown Ups 2, Man of Steel, The Bling Ring. So there's a lot going on.
Grown Ups isn't next week, is it?
July 12th, I thought.
Grown Ups is in July.
Oh, July 12th. Yeah, okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
but who the fuck cares about Ups 2?
I do. I have it.
You're gonna bomb on that one, Nick.
Yeah, you're right. So I saw The Internship, and let me say this: like, the internship is basically what everybody thought it would be. Basically, Wedding Crashers 2.
I heard it's a
Was
watered
it?
down Wedding Crashers. Because Wedding Crashers was R and this is PG-13.
Oh, I don't even want to see it now.
So, now, wait a minute. With that said, I will say there were some great cameos in this movie that I was not expecting at all. That made me laugh.
That Will Ferrell was supposed to be in it until this weekend.
That's what. Me too. I did not know that. I did not know that. And it just shows up right in there, and you're like, oh my god. Oh, it's so good.
So he is in it or no?
He's
In
in
the
it.
beginning,
Yes.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he has a very small part in it. So does Rob Riggle. He's in it. So the cameos are beautiful, beautiful. And I'll tell you what, I will give Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn this. They have incredible chemistry together. Their ability to just improv lines back and forth is impeccable. The timing of it. They always do the thing where they have an analogy or a metaphor for almost everything, and that's kind of what the bit is back and forth.
Yeah.
So if you liked Wedding Crashers 2, I'd say go see. If you like Wedding Crashers, go see Wedding Crashers 2, aka The Internship. I enjoyed it, but I will say that the ending I thought was very cheesy. There's too many like quick relationship wrap ups at the end where it's like, oh, now this guy's with this girl and these two are together. Now these two are together and everybody's happy.
Does the internship have the tag like say from the people that brought you Wedding Crashers?
Is I mean, it's them.
It should.
Yeah.
It's the last time. I mean, the last time they were on film together, surprisingly,
was Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Internship definitely had its moments. It was a lot of fun. Is it a movie that I'm gonna watch over and over? Is it a comedy I'm gonna watch over and over? No, it's not.
It's no
I
super
would rather
bad.
watch Wedding Crashers.
Was it what everyone expected? Was it one giant advertisement for Google?
Yes, but I will say, like, the guy that plays the who plays the head of the intern department there, he's such a dick, and he makes me not want to work at Google. That's the guy
from the Daily Show. Like, I see from the commercial, the guy from the Daily Show's in it. It's like Asif Manvir or whatever.
Yeah, that guy. Yep.
Is it him?
Yeah. It is him.
So
he does such a good job of playing a dick that it's like, I don't want to work for this guy.
Well, I just always remember him from Spider-Man 2, when he's the guy who runs the pizza place, and he just shouts, "Go!"
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah. But,
Oh, your ass is fired. Just 3 seconds of silence. Go!
Let me say this, though. If Google is anything like in that movie, that is incredible. I mean, it's like nobody cares at Google, but yet how do they make their money? Where's it coming from?
Tim, so we have the next movie that's going to be up for box office is This is the End. And did you or did you not go see that, Tim? Already, like an early screening?
I'm gonna be heading out right after this podcast to go to a pre-screener for it, or next time we talk, it will already be out. But I'm going tonight to see This Is the End. Yep.
So you're contributing to my success.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's gonna make a ton of money. And I'll tell you what, I actually thought I had that one. You were talking about how you thought you had The Purge.
Tim, you have Man of Steel, though.
He has Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So I've already contributed about $60 because I had to buy like 5 tickets for people, including myself.
Yeah.
So right there, technically, Tim.
Yeah.
Technically, you're $60 ahead at the moment.
Well, we'll see about that. But is Man of Steel the biggest blockbuster of the summer?
Well, I have something. I've cooked something up for this that I want to do each time we do one of these podcasts. I think we should. I listen to another podcast weekly that does a bunch of these types of different games that have to do with movies that listeners bring up. So I just went and basically poached all of theirs, different questions that I thought would be fun to do, and then we can come up
stealing
with
ideas. I love it.
Isn't that great? And then next time, we can go off this template and come up with some of our own as well, because but so there's like I have buy or sells, I have percentages, which we come up with percents for certain things, and then would you rather's based on like movie themed stuff, and that's one of them I have is will Man of Steel be so basically do you buy or sell this? Will Man of Steel be the biggest blockbuster this summer?
I think. What other ones are coming out though? Like blockbusters, we got Man of Steel.
We got the huge blockbuster World War Z.
Mm-hmm. What about monsters?
Yeah, we got big ones: Monsters, World War Z, Man of Steel. I'd say Lone Ranger.
What do you think about Lone Ranger? Yeah,
I think Man of Steel will beat out Lone Ranger.
I think so too. Well, what's the underdog? Is Kick-Ass the underdog here?
Possibly. I don't see that.
Based on early reviews, I could see World War Z being the underdog, actually.
No way.
I've seen about 5 or 6 early reviews so far that have said that it is not that bad.
Not that bad doesn't mean it's amazing, though.
Not that bad, but I'd actually say that it's
just like if that's the title of like Roger, if that would have been the title for Roger Ebert's review, rest in peace.
Not that bad.
World War Z, not that bad.
Well, his recent, if he reviewed it now, his review would be not that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, too soon.
He's dead now, Nick.
I know he's dead. He's a dead man. Oh God.
So we can do a bit more talking about the movies.
I think it's going to come down to Man of Steel or Monsters University as the two biggest.
Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel is going to be the biggest. Is it going to make back its money? I think so.
You got a lot of huge diehard Superman fans out there that have been wanting this.
Let me tell you, the promotion of this movie has been great. I mean, the marketing of it's been fantastic.
You've got Hans Zimmer doing the score. It's really amped up. It's amped up to be like one of the Superman movie, like the one that people have been waiting for. Serious, action-packed. It's not Lex Luthor anymore.
But does it lose out because it doesn't have Kevin Spacey?
No. That's the only thing that carried the other one.
Shouting,
"Run!"
Oh, side note about John Goodman and the internship. There's no Lebowski line in the movie.
Oh, well, that ruins it.
Yep. Spoilers.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Man of Steel is gonna be good. Someone said to me the other day, "I wonder why This Is the End is coming out on a Wednesday." I was like, because it doesn't want to go up against Man of Steel.
Absolutely. Nobody does.
They want those
Man of
extra
Steel's gonna
2
be
days.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
What was the other?
Monsters University, and Man of Steel are your two biggest movies of the summer. That's my opinion.
Cool.
Monsters University is going to make a crap load of money.
And you have that, don't you, Nick?
I do.
Shit.
That's like my big one.
Shit.
Oh no, Jay, you've got World War Z, so you better hope it's not that bad.
You guys suck ass again for that. That's not cool.
If you guessed correctly with $74 million opening weekend,
I guess 78.
Right? Did you say 78?
Yeah, I swear I said 78.
Well, you can change it all you want up until it opens.
I should have 3 guesses. It's 74, 78, and
one guess.
and 76.
It's one guess because it was the roll of the die.
It's one guess, and I get a 15 million leverage or something like that, or 20 million.
Yeah.
This isn't Price is Right, where I have to be within $100.
Or your little Yodeler guy goes right off the mountain.
Yo, there's no way that microwave cost $500.
Well, let me know when you guys want to transition to these games I have. There's some pretty.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's get go.
All right, what do we got? We'll start with these. Like I said, they're called buy or sell. So basically, we decide whether or not we want to buy this statement or sell it. And I only have 4. So here's the one we were talking about a minute ago. Man of Steel is it's different. Man of Steel is the best action movie of the summer.
Quick question. What does buying do and what does selling do? Selling meaning we don't like it?
Buying means you're agreeing with the statement. Selling means you don't agree with it. You think it's wrong.
Got it.
Buy the fuck out of that shit.
What's the statement again?
Apologize.
The statement is Man of Steel is the best action movie of the summer. Buy or sell?
Sell. It's the only action movie of the summer. when you compare it to everything else.
Yeah, I buy it as well. Since the statement is action movie, not blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it was blockbuster, I don't know, it'd be different. Okay.
Oh man, getting some static from Nick.
If I get better, how's that?
Sounds better.
All right, let's go into the next one.
Toy Story 3 is Pixar's masterpiece. Buy or sell?
Sell.
Sell.
I buy that.
I immediately think up.
I think
very good. That would be a very close second for you. I absolutely love Toy Story 3.
The first Toy Story, I think, is like you can't have the three without the first one, of course.
It's very
true.
Right.
Like if I had to keep one, it'd be the first
can't
one.
Have the third one without the fourth one that's coming out.
As great of a wrap up as 3 was, I mean, because they made the films for us. We grew up with Andy along the way.
Yeah,
that's why it was so good. That's why it pisses me off when I see.
Inside of all of us.
When I was pissed when I saw like little kids coming out of Toy Story 3. I'm like, no. I was like, this is my movie.
Well, when I went to the midnight of it, there was no person in that theater under age 17.
Yeah, Tim actually tried to hook up with some girl that was there when we went to go see it.
All right, here's the next one. I have The Lone Ranger will be the surprise hit in both quality and box office. I will sell it.
I'll sell that just because I'm not 100%.
Read the statement again. Read that statement again.
The Lone Ranger will be a surprise hit in both quality and box office. Surprise hit of the summer in both quality and box office.
I'm selling.
Now, I'm going to have to sell it only because the budget for it is so high.
Yeah.
It's high. I'm not saying it, it may be an underdog in terms of the story. It may turn out to be a great movie and go on to do a second and a third. But that budget, holy smokes.
I'd buy it. I would buy half of that statement towards World War Z because, I mean, the movie could be good, but it's, again, not going to make that money. Not that bad.
Not that bad. All right. And the last buy or sell, movie trailers will eventually go away. And this one's on here, I'm assuming, because of all the talk lately about how they want to cut them down 30 seconds.
No, trailers make you want to see the... How would you even go to... It'd just be judging posters? Like, this poster looks nice. I'll see this movie.
Yeah, I would sell that as well.
I mean, I've done that for certain films. I recently watched It's a Disaster just based on the premise of it, reading the synopsis for it, and the cast. I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to watch the trailer. I'm just going to check the movie out.
Yeah.
No. That's dumb.
Yeah. Okay. So now I have would you rather's, percentages, or watch this or watch that. Take your pick. Which game we do next?
Would you rather?
Would you rather? Okay. These are movie themed, and they're just.
Would you rather watch The Internship or
Wedding Crashers? All right, Nick, continue. Tim, shut the hell up.
I have two kind of random, just ridiculous ones, and then one that's kind of not serious, but actually makes sense. So here's the first one. Would you rather play Leatherface or Jason?
Jason.
Yeah, me too.
Of course.
None. They both scare me because I'm a wuss.
Mm-hmm.
I just think playing Jason just has more notoriety to it. It's more iconic to me.
The machete. Plus, it'd be easier to carry a machete around than the chainsaw.
I'm going to say Jason because I kind of like hockey masks.
Jason actually has a wide variety of weapons, where Leatherface is always the chainsaw.
Yeah. With, like, Jason, like you said, with the hockey mask, with me at least, and Jay, it was a Detroit Red Wings hockey mask, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one.
All right,
would you rather have Gollum or the Swamp Thing as a roommate?
Oh my God,
the Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I think I gotta go with Swamp Thing.
Gollum is just so annoying. Get him out of here! Don't even say his name. He's like say his name 3 times he shows up.
Yeah. What would you do, Jay?
Probably Swamp Thing. I wouldn't want to just constantly walk in on Gollum having sex with the ring.
And then the last would you rather.
If that's what you call it.
Yeah. I have, would you rather win an Oscar posthumously after 40 great years of filmmaking, or win an Oscar for your first film and then have all the rest of your films be terrible?
I thought you were going to say, would you rather wait 40 years to win an Oscar or die and then have one in death? So just in heaven, yeah! Suck it! Leonardo DiCaprio, suck it! Beating out Leo.
He had a really nice part in the memoriam.
Yeah.
I'd rather receive titles for being in good films than acting well.
Want it right up front.
40 years instead of having some really good notable roles and then going off into B movies that are really terrible, the Cuba Gooding Jr. round.
Yeah, Cuba Gooding. I used to make a joke at Movie Gallery that you can tell if a movie's going to be horrible if it's got Cuba Gooding Jr. on the cover with a machine gun.
Yeah, just any gun. If there's a gun on the cover and half of Cuba Gooding Jr.'s face.
The same rules apply with Dolph Lundgren.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I will do. I'm going to save the percentages for last. We'll do this because this next game, the watch this or watch that, is quick. So watch this or watch that. I haven't seen either of these, but just based off of reviews, I don't know which one I would choose. So watch this or watch that. After Earth versus A Good Day to Die Hard.
A Good Day to Die Hard.
A Good Day to Die Hard.
I think so, too.
Let me say this about After Earth. I've heard nothing but terrible things.
Yeah.
And what's a shame is when you're someone like M. Night Shyamalan, Ling Long, Ding and Bling, and you have Yeah, exactly. And you have one of the biggest movie stars in the world in your movie, and you can't make a good movie.
I would argue that it wasn't ever Shyamalan's film; that it was always Will Smith's.
Really?
I don't know, man. Will
Smith. It was originally him that he went to Shyamalan and said, "We have this movie." You know, he helped. Smith helped come up with the idea and everything, and got Shyamalan to direct it.
It's funny because I think now that I've heard that from you, I feel like Will Smith tried all these other directors and they all told him no, and he was like, M. Night Shyamalan's just sitting there with nothing to do, and he was like, "Oh yes, I'd love to make a new."
I just hate that Will Smith is trying to make his son a movie star, and it's just, I can't stand that kid. It's never going to happen.
It'd be so funny if his son didn't even want to be in movies. Like, stop it, Dad. I just want to go to school.
Yeah, the thing with Afterbirth is it just looks it looks way too just. It's Will Smith and his son. It's their movie.
I can't stand it. And the thing is, I really
what was that movie called? The Pursuit of Happiness. That was like the only one that was good. Decent.
Yeah, and I will be I'm one of the few people that likes most of M. Night Shyamalan stuff. I even found joy in The Happening.
Really?
But Last Airbender, that one I don't even consider that. I just get rid of that shit.
A lot of
you have to consider it that it's so bad.
The movie I like, but the movie I liked by him a lot that a lot of people always like trash talked was Lady in the Water.
I love Lady in the Water.
I know, and I feel like I need to watch it again. But at the time, like I loved Paul Giamatti and I loved that movie. I'm like, this movie's cool. Why did people call it crap? I'm like, I have to watch it again now that I have like maybe a better understanding of like why movies can suck. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I can't. I have to die hard.
I have to die hard.
I just with Lady in the Water, Jay. So many people hate it, and I tell them if you watch that movie as if it really is just a children's storybook story, it is 10 times better because that's what it was when he wrote that script.
I really liked the characters in it. They were just really funny, and then the fantasy of it. But off track. What was it? M. Night Shyamalama. Shame. M. Night. Shame. The other movie that people, real quick, I really liked Devil. And
I did too.
Nobody gives a shit about Devil.
But he only just gave the money for it. And it was based off of...
It was an idea of his too, I think. Right?
Yeah, but he didn't write the script at all. And he didn't direct it. So like,
it was just his company doing it.
Yeah, and I kept telling people, oh, no. It's not an M. Night film. They just throw his name up there because people are stupid and they think his name brings people to the theater. It doesn't.
Yeah, not anymore.
It's quite the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, watch this or watch that. Fast 5 or Fast 6?
Fast 6, I think, because I've seen Fast 5. I haven't seen 6, and according to How Did This Get Made, it's even crazier. And they're like superheroes now.
That was so funny, wasn't it?
They started off as like a street gang, and now they're saving the world.
Yeah, so I would go with Fast 6 as well, just because, like you said, I haven't seen that one either, and I'd be interested to see it. All right, last watch this or watch that. The Prestige or The Illusionist?
Prestige.
Yeah, I think
so too. As much as I love the payoff in the end of The Illusionist. It's so good, so clever. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, son of a... But then when I saw the ending to The Prestige, I was like, oh, son of a... Yeah. The Prestige had a little bit bigger payoff.
The Illusionist has like an awesome part that I always love to watch, and it's when she's telling the king that or prince or whatever he is that she will not marry him, and he starts to walk away. He's like, "Where are you going?" And she just keeps walking. Come back here. Okay, that makes me laugh every time. Come back here. Like, come back here. It was too funny. I love that part.
So is everybody saying The Prestige?
I'm saying Prestige.
Prestige.
Abracadabra.
Christopher Nolan does it.
That's right. All right, now I have one last game, and this one I really like this one.
I'm having quite a joy with these games. It's creating quite a circus atmosphere here.
That's right. Well, that's why I said next time we can, you know the games that we play. Now we can come up with some of our own throughout the week and for the next one, because I just stole these ones from that podcast. Mm-hmm. This is percentages. So basically, I'll give you So let me start off with this one. Percent on Rotten Tomatoes for World War Z. And then we just come up what we think percent would be. Not all of them are going to be Rotten Tomatoes ones, but...
I think it's going to get... Do you want to do critics or overall total?
We'll just do overall total.
All right.
The big one that comes up when you go to the website.
For World War Z, I know you just said a total, but I think critics will probably give it low and users will give it a lot higher. It'll probably equal out to around maybe 30 or 40%.
I was going to say 35.
Yeah, I think 30s is a safe choice.
I'll give a solid... this could be something we could implement into the game itself, too. Like, if we nail the...
What? Another thing that helps you knock World War
No. I'm just saying, like, for all movies, like, if you want, you could, like, I want to take $1 million of my budget that I made and wager it on... like kind of like Jeopardy or something. Like if the percentage on Rotten Tomatoes is exactly what you guessed, or within like 3%, you get 3 million back.
So if I guess Kebert Zella, do I win?
Kebert Zella.
35%.
Yeah, so, I'd say around 35.
I'm gonna say I'll say 38 for that. So you make a note of it.
Now I have percent chance that Leonardo DiCaprio scores double Golden Globes this year for Best Lead Actor in a Musical, and this is nominations, not wins. Best Lead Actor Musical for Great Gatsby, and Best Drama for Wolf of Wall Street.
What are we supposed to say?
Percent chance he gets a double nomination in both categories in the Golden Globes, musical and drama.
35%.
I say it's 40% that he'll get nommed for both.
35%.
100% he'll get nommed for Gatsby. I'm pretty sure.
No, this is together. This is double nom.
I'm just saying. I'm adding an extra side note. 40%.
I'm sure nom for Gatsby. Yeah.
40% for both noms.
I think it's a much better chance that he's going to get it for Wolf of Wall Street than he would for Gatsby. I haven't heard much good things for Gatsby.
Well, fuck you and fuck your opinion, Nick.
All right, what's the first one?
Okay, next one we got percent chance that Jaden Smith will end up having the career of his father.
0.
0.
I'm afraid it is 0.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid. Nice kid, I'm sure. But,
yeah.
This is Will Smith.
He acts too much like his dad. Did you see Karate Kid?
He's just a cocky little shit.
Dude, they're going to reboot Fresh Prince.
Oh my, I hope not.
Fresh Jaden of Bel-Air.
What would be great is if they got the guy that played Carlton to just come back and play him again.
Alfonso.
Have you seen them?
Alfonso.
His daughter is pretty bad, too. Her music career, if you haven't seen that.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Come on, we're not just going to rip on him. We just asked to see what the percentage is here. Come on.
Oh, I love ripping on the Smiths.
0%.
Someone needs to take the Smiths down a peg.
Percent chance of them getting their own reality show, I think, is highly possible.
A VH1 reality show.
Oh, yeah. If we have the Osbournes, we'll get the Smiths.
A VH1 reality show that rivals the Hogans. Hulk Hogan's show.
That show was... that show pissed me off.
I had fun with that show. I thought it was funny.
0% chance of reality show as well.
No.
Yeah.
Will Smith is too nice.
Percent chance M. Night Shyamalan makes a sequel to one of his earlier films in order to get back into the favor of the public. This one's on here because he's been talking about it recently.
0!
He's been saying Unbreakable.
That would be pretty cool.
That's what he says.
Damn. But he'll probably ruin it. So
listen, it's a sequel. Sure, you're excited, but it's still directed by the same.
100% chance he does it, and 100% chance he ruins it. That's what. Those are my numbers.
But the percentage is if he makes the sequel in order to get back in the favor of the public, not if it's good and gets into the favor, but that he does it to try to get back into the favor.
All right, so it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. He's just
do it. Just a matter that he does it to try to get back into the favor.
If you've seen his interviews, I'm pretty sure he's never done anything to try and win favor. Yeah, he legit thinks the stuff he does is acceptable and good. Like his last Airbender interviews, like the lady was like, "Oh, like so what is your response to all of this to Last Airbender?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, It's good. Like, no.
I saw that. Yeah.
He's so full of shit. But
0%.
100%.
I will say 62.
I'm giving him the
How do you even calculate that? It's 50%, right? It's either he does or he doesn't.
I still say 62.
Okay for you then.
That means someone else makes one of his movies now.
But what is the I'm gonna add on to that. What are the percent chances of him even getting Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson to come back to it?
I say 73 because he'd have to.
But it'd be hilarious if you got two different people, a whole different white guy, like some new. I'm trying to think who we could get to play Bruce Willis. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt with the Bruce Willis CG since it's already been made.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay, and the last percentage, which I think will be a fun one. Percent chance Man of Steel is as good as The Dark Knight.
Money-wise or review-wise?
Quality.
Quality?
It's as good as The Dark Knight.
I'm going to give it 75%.
I will give it a 23.
You think it's 23% that it
Man of
was?
Steel looks incredible, but I don't think you could beat The Dark Knight. I really don't.
Listen,
you got Michael Shannon.
What it is, 35%.
You've got Hans on
CJ.
Fuck both of you. You got Hans Zimmer and you got Michael Shannon as the villain.
Stop it. Stop kidding yourself. We're not saying it's going to be a bad movie. But Dark Knight.
Yeah,
this is Heath Ledger.
We're just saying Dark Knight.
And this is Superman and Zod.
Yeah, name the other movies besides
Joker.
Legend of the Guardians that Zack Snyder actually did that was good.
What? Watchmen.
But that's not the quality of, like, Inception or...
I think Watchmen's amazing. Watchmen's like one of my favorite superhero movies. And they're not even superheroes. Well, technically, Dr. Manhattan is. His dong of justice will...
I love how we're arguing that Jay's wrong, considering the fact that he still thinks Dark Knight is better. It's going to be better.
It's as good. It'll be as good. I don't think Superman is going to top it.
I don't think it'll be as good. It's going to be just under quality, I think, of The Dark Knight.
And I think you're full of shit.
I'm not even sure how you can compare. All it is they're both superhero movies. I don't know that you can compare. I mean, they're two different stories, shot completely different.
Nick.
I think the reason this one was brought up was because of Nolan's involvement and how they're both darker.
Okay.
That's what I would guess.
Nick, what you should do as soon as the credits roll for Man of Steel, if it's not as good as The Dark Knight for you, you just need to stand up and go, "Lizard people," and then walk out.
I might have to.
Just do it.
I think I will.
Oh man. So that's it, huh? Those are the games, right?
Those are the games I think we should do every week because I think they're fun. They spark some conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They made Jay angry because he thinks Man of Steel, 75%.
Well, we'll certainly see. The next time we meet up will be after Man of Steel is out, right?
Yep, it'll be because Man of Steel comes out Friday.
Probably next Monday then.
Let's
or
just end
2
with.
weeks.
Let's just end real quick, maybe with before we head out. Let's just talk about go over what the budget was and what these movies made over the weekend that came out. Nick, if you would want to do the honors.
Yeah, let me go back to it. Okay, The Internship's budget was $58 million, which, Tim, you saw it. Did they spend it well? It looked like a $58 million movie.
It did. It did. It's got great moments, and I say go see it.
Okay, and it made $18,100,000, which leaves me at a negative $39,900,000.
That's what you get.
Shut up, Jay.
That's what you get.
And The Purge's budget was $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
And it made $36,379,000 for Jay's total to be $33,379,000.
Oh, could you repeat that, please?
Jay, this is going to help you, man.
And Tim has nothing to report.
Yep. How much did I make? Who's in the lead? I forgot. Who was in the lead?
We're going by negatives. I'm owning you.
Hey, isn't World War Z coming out soon?
I have never heard of that film.
Jay, this might help you. If imagine if you were to stay afloat by just $1 million or even under that, just because of The Purge, because it had a $3 million budget and made way over that. That's what keeps you afloat this entire.
I'm still mad at
draft.
Nick because he had the gall to thank Olympus Has Fallen, and he would have won without that because he won by 10 million technically. And he's
I'm
like,
so happy.
I beat Jay by 20 million. Thank you, Olympus Has Fallen. Like, that didn't contribute to nothing.
I'm so happy that happened after you said like 3 weeks before that. Nick, if you win by 10 million.
I would, dude, if Olympus had fallen, as mad as I would have been, like, it would have been so great for that to have happened. Because I would have been really mad. I would have been pissed.
Even by 20 million is what it was still really
It was a
close.
clincher. It was a good race.
It was a fun one.
Piece of crap. I basically lost to the dice roll because if I would have gotten Iron Man 3, I would have gotten all my other movies that I wanted still.
All right. Well, is there anything else that we'd like to add before we end this podcast?
I don't believe so.
Well, everyone should. I'm going to just say, for last notes, everyone should go see Man of Steel. Tell everyone you know. And let's not forget that, the Bling Ring's coming out too. You guys should go check that out if you're Emma Watson fans. I know I'm going to go check it out.
The only shot that makes me want to see it is Emma Watson, like, biting her tongue or something like that. I don't know.
In the trailer?
Yeah, that
she's
half
like,
a second.
She's
like licking her lips.
The very beginning of that scene. Man, I can't wait to see that movie. I'm going to make sure that no one else is in the theater. All right, guys, well, that's it for this episode
Also,
of the summer movie draft.
I think we should tell people if they want to comment some of their contributions to those 4 games. Would you rathers, watch this or watch that, percentages, buy or sells. Also, you guys come up with some extra ones for next week.
Yeah, think of something. We're terrible at this.
That was fun. Let's keep going with it. And I'm excited to see what happens with the draft. It's a great start. And we'll see everybody at the movies. Should we end again with our little theme song?
I feel like we would end with the end. Something stupid.
Here we go. This is the end. Yes.
This is the end.
The end.
All right, we got it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, here we go. 1,
2,
3.
3. This is the end.
That's right. It's over. Now get out.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Are we all leaving now? Like, oh shit.